guys, welcome to today's Sunday vlog style video. Today I'm going to be decluttering my art room because it is such a mess, and I'm finding that when I'm busy working and when I'm busy doing things like packaging orders, everything is not really in the right place, like it's not very efficient. So I'm going to be decluttering and reorganizing everything so it just works a bit better. And also I need to redo my whiteboard because my kids like to come in and they will draw pictures and stuff, and now I can't really, it's just a mess now, so I would need to redo that. I'm going to start off with this area behind me, and the reason it's so inefficient back there is because I've got things like my makeup, because I get ready in the morning in here, and I've got like old binders and things, and I feel like it all needs to be reorganised so that my makeup's not right next to my work folder and things like that. Like it needs to be a bit more professional and sorted. And then I've got my plant which is dying, and I think maybe it's not doing so well in this room, so I'm going to try and move it. And yeah, and then I've also got my tower over here, which is like my tower of accessories and things that I use. It's got my drawing tablet and stuff on it, some peanuts because I wanted snacks, but I never actually have the snacks because I'm not really much of a snacky person. So yeah, everything just needs a bit of a declutter and a bit of reorganisation so that it runs a bit smoother. I hope this inspires you guys to declutter your workspace. I know that I love seeing other people's videos like this. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Right, so now I'm going to start on this area, and this is my pot of makeup. It's a little bit embarrassing because it needs a clean, but I keep everything that I generally use. I don't know, it's a bit cluttered in here. So I'm going to quickly organise this, and then I'll move on to the rest of it. So I'll let you guys see me organising this, and also this, which is like a really old makeup bag. I don't even know what's in here. And I've just got like random bits of stuff, so we're going to try and organise that now. Let's get into it. Right, so we're going to organise this, and I've got a pot of powder which I don't generally use, so I'll put that there. I don't generally use that anymore, it's just in case. I use that every day, well, most days. I use that, and that. I really need to do a clean of everything and just like clean the outsides and stuff of things. It's looking pretty gross, and I'm kind of embarrassed to show you this, but yeah. Right. A pen? Okay, so now I've got those sorted, I'm putting them to the side for now, and then afterwards I'm going to try and find a place for them, and now I'll keep going through this stuff. I'm also accumulating I'm also accumulating a rubbish pile. So I've got something like this, which I'll probably move because it's quite big and it's taking up space. I really love it because you put it on top of a candle, and it sort of lights it up and stuff. It's really pretty, but I haven't actually got any candles that it can go on in here. And then I've got an old perfume pot, which I will probably give to my kids because they love these Ariana Grande perfume bottles. I've got little organza bags, which in my drawer in my bedroom I have a whole ton of organza bags, so that's where that will go as well. And then a still not opened glue gun and glue sticks, which I'm going to be using on some clay ornaments, which I'm hoping to put in the store, but at the moment I'm not getting around to it because I'm trying to do as much sketching and drawing as possible along with commissions. So I haven't used that yet, so I'm probably going to put that in my tower, but we'll see if there's actually room for it in there. And obviously my work folder, which will stay in here, or it will go underneath the desk where it's a bit more accessible. I'm not sure. I think I'm used to it being here, so maybe it will stay there, but we'll see. I've got this as well, which is what I was trying to make pendulum boards, and I realized that I'd done it wrong. It needed to be like yes, no. So I'm gonna redo them, but these came out so nicely. I actually have one up there on my shelf because it's like really nice decoration. I was thinking about giving this to one of my friends, but then I've got some old like kids clothing because I was gonna make some tarot like pouches. I can't sew, but I was gonna attempt it, and I thought this would make a really nice tarot pouch. So at some point I'll do that, but I've had it there for a fair while now, so I'm probably going to put it somewhere where it's a bit more out the way. I've got a sewing kit, which I obviously don't need up here because I don't do any sewing. It's more to go with those pieces of clothing that I just showed you, so I'll move that somewhere as well. Then I've got this. Oh, I really love this book. It's so nice. I bought it for bullet journaling, but I like barely used it. It was really fun, the pages that I did, but yeah, it's just not getting used, so I'm gonna move that somewhere else as well. You can see that I've obviously just put a load of stuff in here which I just don't really use, like hairspray for Halloween, an empty Ariana Grande perfume box, some plastic wallets for my folder, and then I think that's it. It's just a bit, it's got a few fern leaves in there which I've moved out of the way. I've got this piece of tracing paper which I'll probably not get rid of because that would be a waste. I'm going to put back my folder, and then that's in there, and it can sort of have its own area in there. And now we move on to this section. So I've got my cry cut board, cry cut grip pad, a Harry Potter book because I was trying to read something in there. A lot of this stuff needs to come out and just go somewhere else and just have like its own area. A lot of it has just been dumped over the months and stuff. If I'm like busy, I'll just quickly put something somewhere. I won't really try and organize it at the time, which is not very helpful. So, and with this I'm trying to make a wall hanging, so I will keep this together in one area. Again, I don't really know where, but I'm going to try and find a space for it. Some acrylic paints that my friend gave me, which I'm so excited to try and use. So I'm not sure where I'll put these. They might go in my tower actually, because then I won't forget about them. Some old clothes that I should have returned and I didn't. A little cupcake my grandma made for pins. Like you can just see that I just have loads of random stuff in this area, and it's just making everything really cluttered and there's no need for it. So I'm just moving all of this out of the way, and here I have my bigger envelopes for bigger orders and things like that. So now we move on to the lower compartments. And so I have my light board here, which I will put at the top here because I use that quite often. I have some sticker paper, which should really be over with my sticker paper, and I have some plain paper. Plain paper can stay. A4 cellophane, which I didn't want to chuck out, but I don't use cellophane anymore. So I'm keeping this so that it doesn't end up in a rubbish dump somewhere. But yeah, I'm not going to use it, so I should really pack that away. Tracing paper, which I'll keep out, and some more plain paper, which I'll keep out, some sticker paper, more plain paper. And then this is going to be for my friend, but I started doing it and I thought it was awful, so I decided against it. And then I've got another canvas. Oh, it's been pushed in a bit, that's really sad. Didn't like pushing it. Got my colouring pencil that I always used to use when I first started illustration. I don't use them anymore, I just use paint. Another canvas. I really want to use canvases and I want to create really nice things to put in my store, but I just don't get around to doing it because I'm so used to using watercolour, and if I did watercolour on this, it's obviously not really going to work. I need to basically do acrylic paints on it, but I'm not very good with acrylic paints just yet. I think I need some more practice, as you can tell. So I'm sort of saving those for a rainy day, and I don't know where I'll put them. I'm sort of running out of room. I think they'll go back in there because I don't really have anywhere else for them to go. Here I have some old drawings that I did when I was doing realistic drawings. That's one of them, which I always loved. I loved how her hair came out and that. And they're just like prints that I don't use anymore, and it's just old art, so I don't hang them up or I don't use them, so I don't really know what to do with them. I have thought about listing them in my store and just sort of selling them off. I mean, I think that one would be good to sell, but I don't know, at the same time I kind of want to keep them for memories. So those will probably go packed away somewhere. And then I've got an extra frame for my wall, so I'm going to keep that out because at some point I will make a at some point I'll make a picture that I want to put on the wall, so yeah. And then again, more cellophane that I will never use. Okay, so that area is now clean. I'll just sweep out all the dust and fern leaves. This is photos, family photos to sort out, so that will stay there. Okay, so I will put back my canvas in there, and I will also put in my white paper and my tracing paper, and I will put in my colouring pencils, and I will put in the Harry Potter book because I do want to keep that out. If I just show you guys, my folder is in this compartment here, and then over here I've got all my envelopes, larger envelopes, my light board and my grip pad for my Cricut, and then I have over here my canvases, a Harry Potter book, tracing paper, white paper, and some family photos. And so now I just need to organise this area here, which is some old binders with some old work in it. So with this area over here, I have a lot of old art supplies, not old art supplies, but old art sketch pads and binders full of work and things. So I have this, which I hunted down for like when they first came out because you couldn't get them in the UK. And I created Ariel and things, and there's quite a few like Disney pictures in there. Let me know if you want me to do like a tour or something, but like a sketchbook tour. This one doesn't actually have very many art pieces in it. Like, so that's back when I was practicing hands, as you can see. So I've got old old sketch pads, and I'm actually thinking about making a YouTube video on all my sketch pads. Let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would love to see. I have this old binder, which is when I sort of first started my business. It doesn't have much in it now. I didn't realise I still had that print in there. But it has like originals from way back when. Some old stickers and stuff that didn't really work out. And then this was a sticker pack, but I stopped doing it because I didn't think it was good enough. So that's an old binder there, so that'll go back in. I've got a folder of all my original works, a little plastic wallet of all my original works. She is one of my favourites, I think. Which that will go back in there. And I've got some old receipts, and I have this watercolour paper because a while ago my sketch pad, the supplier for my drawing pad, my painting pad, they stopped selling it, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I got this, but it wasn't white enough because I try and go for like that kind of white when I'm painting. So I didn't actually use it, but yeah, it's just sort of saved for when I do need to use a different watercolour pad. I have old mini moleskin sketch pads in here. This binder is, oh my gosh. This has old business cards, old work. So I sold pieces like that. This is just basically like all my old works and stuff, and I would like to keep it out because, like I said before, I want to do like YouTube videos and stuff, so I'll keep it out and just reorganize it a little bit better in there so it's not so cluttered. Now this area is all clean as well, and it just looks a lot better now and is a lot more accessible for things and not so cluttered. And all stuff that came from those compartments, which I'm going to have to try and organise and find a place for. And in here is like a really messy area. It has like my witchy sort of things. I have like this tub of like photo decoration as props and things. So I might actually move that over to one of the compartments behind me. And I've got like all these herb things which really need to go into here. That's obviously from where I've used them, like another day or whatever, and I haven't put them back. Then I have these jars of salt and a candle. Lots of candles by the looks of it. I didn't realise I had any candles in here. It's my sticker paper, my white card and my laminating sheets, and they will go behind in the compartment. I also have some more decorating things down here. So this is for doing my flat lays and things, using cards as like a coloured background. I recently got purple because obviously to go with my theme. So with this kind of stuff, I will probably also put that in one of the I'll also put that in one of the compartments just to make it a bit easier. Now I need to organise this area here. One thing that really bugs me is I keep my cutting board behind my tower, but it always bashes on the wall and stuff and just really annoys me. It's such a little thing that doesn't really make much difference, but I kind of want to find a place for it where it's a little bit easier, a little bit more accessible. I'm sort of thinking it needs to go somewhere where it can just almost slide in, but where it's not going to be restricted on space. I don't really have anywhere like that. I do have this area back here, but if I put it in there, then my little drawing table that I bought has nowhere to go, although it could go in one of those compartments. Let me see if that works. Yeah, okay, so that's in that compartment for now, and the cutting board is over here, stood in a little area which should make it a bit easier to get out. Right, and then I've got my headphones, so now I'm just going to basically tidy up this area. I don't think much of it needs to actually come out, but I'm just going to quickly tidy it up. And I feel like when everything is organised and everything has a place and nothing looks like really cluttered and all over the place and taking up loads of room and things, I think when it looks nice and tidy, you feel more like clear in your mind as well. Maybe that's just me, but I know that I feel a bit better for it. and it just almost like helps, doesn't it? It goes towards helping with your creativity and things and being more productive, especially if you organise things in a way that's more accessible to you and is like easier to just quickly pick up and easier to put back. So everything can kind of stay quite tidy anyway if it all has a place and it's like easy enough to put back. Laminated sheets that are glossy that I've never actually wanted to use because I really like using that, but I am thinking about maybe making some glossy stickers out of them. So that is this half of the room all done. So I've cleaned up my compartment down here. All my shelves and things on there are a bit more organised, and underneath my desk I've had my little shoe rack thing a little bit more organised there as well, and I've hoovered. So now I'm going to move on to my actual desk, and I have these pots on my desk that have all my like pens and things, but the thing is I don't use all these pens. Like, I haven't used this one for a very long time. I'm gonna move on to my desk now, and then lastly I will do my whiteboard, and I will do my drawers that have my like packaging stuff in it. Right, okay, so I've got my pot here that I'll organise in a minute. I've got my new diary that I brought, the glasses of water that I haven't finished before, and I haven't wanted to waste them, so I sort of leave them at the side ready to use for my painting. So my pot of water, and I'll just sort of refill it with those so I'm not wasting water. So this is a lamp I never ever use, so unfortunately I think I'm going to have to move it. Right, and so now I'm going to move my paint palettes, which I'm going to put in my tower. That's usually where they go. And then just dust off my table because it gets very full of like sharpenings and like all that kind of stuff, you know, eraser rubbings and things. So yeah. And then, so I'm going to leave this on my printer because today I'm going to be painting a few Draw This In Your styles. So now we're going to sort out my pots that I have for my pens and my paintbrushes, and we'll start with paintbrushes first. And we'll go through all the paintbrushes I use, which are all of these, and all the ones that I don't use. I don't use this, but I am going to keep it out because it's very good for like doing the spraying of like snow or stars and things like that. Don't use this, but it's a good brush. Anything that I feel is just not necessary to my work right now, I'm going to move. So, for all my paintbrush and stuff, all I needed really was those. And then I keep my scissors, and you can see that just looks so much better. It looks so much tidier. And I'm removing all of these, and I'm moving them to a different area where if I do need a different style of brush, then I can just go get it. So now we'll move on to the pens and sort out what I do use. So there you go, and that looks so much better, and it just is so much easier for me to access things. And then these can all go into the pen box. Right, and now we're going to move on to this drawer. And I am these chest of drawers, and I'm going to sort them out and reorganize them a little bit. And now I'm going to sort out my whiteboard. And that is my room fully organised and decluttered, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, please subscribe and like and comment. It really means a lot to me, and thank you to all of you who have subscribed so far. Every day I see more and more of you, and I can't tell you how grateful I am that you like my channel enough to subscribe to it, so thank you for that. And let me know if there's any kind of videos you want to see. Let me know in the comments, or you can let me know over on my Instagram page, aianaiya. And yeah, I'm hoping to do a sketchbook tour next, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, you guys, have a wonderful evening or day wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.